Great. Hey folks, I'm Valerie Myers. I am a candidate for the Republican nomination to become Georgia's 8th Congressional District representative in the U.S. House of Representatives. Just a quick video today to catch you up on what the campaign's been doing lately and let you know about a couple of current events. First off, the current events we're going to talk about are the recent conversion of an Alabama congressman from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party and how that relates to our 8th district here in Georgia. And also just a few words about the health care bill that passed in the Senate on Christmas Eve and goes on now into committee to be reconciled with the House bill that passed a few weeks ago. First off, the current situation of the campaign is we are still seeking volunteers and still seeking campaign financing, and we are trying to arrange meetings with local candidates, with local office holders on the county level and city level, and also within our GOP here in Georgia, and try to talk to folks one-on-one and let them know about the campaign. That's the first thing we're trying to do. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to make a showing at the Campaign for Liberty Conference January 15th through 17th in Atlanta, Georgia. So we will be there, and we look forward to seeing you all. Come on out, introduce yourselves, shake hands with us, and hopefully we'll get you on our team. And so now on to the current events. Most of you have probably heard about Parker Griffith, an Alabama congressman in the northern Alabama districts, primarily the Huntsville area, where I graduated from high school. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is the fact that that congressional district and the situation with Parker Griffith, some are trying to draw a parallel with our current Congressman Jim Marshall and the things that he's, the possibility of him becoming a Republican like Griffith did, and how he is a bit of an anomaly in our state because the 8th Congressional District normally votes by a wide margin to elect Republican presidential candidates. And as you all know, Jim Marshall is a Democrat. So with the situation with Parker Griffith, their congressional district was a similar one, and Parker Griffith, being a Democrat, voted for Pelosi, but then did not support the stimulus packages in January or the bailout bills that passed last fall. He is more conservative on the fiscal side. We have yet to see if he becomes a Republican, how that will play out. So I'm going to reserve judgment on that. And as for Jim Marshall, I just don't think it's likely that he's going to make a similar move, although many within the Republican Party probably would like for him to do that. He doesn't have that same fiscal conservative streak that Parker Griffith had, so it's not likely to work out the same way. And as you all know, and I say this in every speech I give, that Marshall votes for Democrat issues. We'll just say that he votes along with Barney Frank, the most liberal member of Congress, 85% of the time, or greater, depending on whose statistics you use. He also, and if you compare him to our most conservative representative in the state of Georgia, Lynn Westmoreland, Marshall, it's not even close. He votes with Lynn Westmoreland less than 47% of the time. So Marshall is definitely not a conservative. And now let's talk about the health care bill that passed on Thursday. You know, it's probably not a huge surprise that in order for the bill to pass, a lot of sweetheart deals had to be made. And the one that was most notable was Senator Ben Nelson's ability to negotiate Medicare costs to be paid by the government for the state of Nebraska into perpetuity, indefinitely. So that was the one that got the most press, but similar deals were struck in Vermont, in Connecticut, in Florida. And Harry Reid, leader of the Senate, basically said that it was a tribute to the negotiating skills of those senators. I think that's a travesty, and it just goes to show how low these people sink to spend our money that way, and they really think of it as their own money. So none of us are surprised at that, I'm sure. What I'm suggesting is that bill be scrapped entirely for an alternative plan. It's called Operation Healthcare Freedom. The bill supports interstate purchase of insurance. It also allows 100% tax deductions, tax credits for all medical expenses. There's a couple of other provisions within the total package. They're all individual bills, but if you go to my website, valerieforcongress.com, and look under the issues section, the bill numbers are listed there. So I support that package of bills under the name of Operation Healthcare Freedom. Another thing that I think we should look at in the state of Georgia is introducing legislation like states are proposing to introduce in Utah, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and that is nullification legislation, which basically says the health care bill as it stands now, as it's passed in the House and Senate, is unconstitutional, and therefore citizens of Georgia should not be required to support it. So that legislation, there's some being drawn up by particular gubernatorial campaigns here in our state, and also by some PACs that are liberty-oriented PACs. I think that we should be seeing some kind of legislation being introduced in January that will suggest that if any federal government health care bill is passed, that the state of Georgia will not participate in it, that we will opt out. So right now, those are my positions on the health care bill as it stands, and sort of an opinion about the Parker Griffith conversion. We look forward to having you all on the team, and hopefully in the future our videos will be more frequent. And if you have any questions or comments, you can address them. Come here, son. Stand with me. You can come find us at valerieforcongress.com, and we'd be happy to have you volunteer or donate. This is my son, Zane. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Did you have a Merry Christmas?
Yes.
Okay. What was your favorite gift?
I don't know. My webkins.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, Merry Christmas to you all. Happy New Year to you, and hopefully we'll have more videos coming soon. It's ValerieForCongress.com. I look forward to seeing you on the campaign trail. Vote for Valerie.